Of course, everybody's going to be copying it pretty soon. So there are ways in which people can actually get around these so-called things. Now, the final person I'm going to mention is one who's managed to combine being a kingmaker with actually ending up being the king. And I don't think it's ever happened before, and that, of course, is in Italy. Berlusconi. This man started out owning lots and lots of media houses, and as soon as he became prime minister, all the rules that governed the fact that the various TV and radio channels that he owned could no longer broadcast political content. What did he do? What does any prime minister do when you get into the position? He changed the law to allow them to broadcast. And so now he owns 3 national TV stations. He owns about 7 newspapers across Italy. And amazingly, the 3 TV stations that he owns actually account for 50% of the viewing figures in Italy. So he is in an unbelievably dominant position. And as I said, he started out, criticizing lots and lots of people, a man with a big ego, so it is said, and people started saying to him, well, if you're criticizing people, why don't you stand for elected office? And he tried it. And of course, he thought, very clever slogan, Forza Italia, which of course was the slogan of the Italian national team. Again, of course, he's also chairman, president of AC Milan. He knows that the football constituency is one where if you get to be chairman, president of a prestigious worldwide brand like AC Milan, then you have you don't have to advertise much. Your message gets out there, people know who you are. And so he owns newspapers, he owns magazines, and of course now some of the newspapers that he doesn't own are ones who are turning against him and trying to criticize him for some of his, shall we say, off-the-field activities, consorting with young women and that sort of thing. But for the moment he's resisting, and but definitely somebody who went from being a kingmaker by criticizing and bringing down. In fact, Italy has the record for having had the most number of changes of government of any Western democracy. I mean, nobody even comes close. I mean, I think the record was they had 10 different governments in 1 year. So he went from being somebody who was a kingmaker and a kingbreaker, as he saw himself, to, as I said, making himself the king. So, yes, he's slightly different from Rupert Murdoch, because Rupert Murdoch doesn't want to be president of anything. He's got newspapers in Hong Kong, Australia, the United States, United Kingdom. He thinks that's enough. But maybe the days of the kingmaker are over. Berlusconi might beg to differ. Brothers and sisters, Jazakallah khair.